trans activist.
Oh,
Do you have it or no? Okay, she was hit multiple times by a guy in a dress. Terrified Riley Gaines is ambushed by screaming trans activists who physically attacked her after swimming champion delivered speech on saving women's sports at San Francisco State University, which, by the way, they have a great baseball program there. So let me say, a terrified Gaines was forced to barricade herself into a room at San Francisco State University campus after last night a group of activists ambushed her. Gaines' husband, Louis Barker, said he had brief conversations with his wife while she was locked in the room for nearly 3 hours. She told me she was hit multiple times by a guy in a dress. I was shaking. It made me that mad. It makes me sick to feel so helpless about it. Do you have a video on this or no? Is there a video to see what happened or no? Is that the video? Can you play it?
Dude, look at how angry they're getting, huh? Wow.
Damn.
And mind you, Pat, you know that the White House, Karine Jean-Pierre on Thursday was like, she praised fierce kids who are transgender for your ability to fight back. They're telling them like, hey, fight back. Mind you, that shooter, that trans shooter, and
she didn't say that.
I swear to God, she did. On Thursday, she said it. She said
the word fierce kids.
She said fierce kids who are transgender for the ability to fight back. And Pat, not only tone deaf, when the Nashville shooting happened, what was it, 2 days later or 2 or 3 days later, Tom, they did a Trans Visibility Day, and they were saying, hey guys, the trans community is under attack. No, time out. A trans just shot and killed 3 kids and 2 of, like, what the hell are we talking about? Like,
can you play this?
With the enactment of a new law in Indiana, 14 states have now banned gender-affirming health care, while some of these laws are currently blocked by courts. This is a dangerous attack on the rights of parents to make the best health care decisions for their own kids. According to the Human Rights Campaign, more than 50% of transgender youth in the U.S., which is estimated to be more than 150,000 kids, live in states in which transgender youth have lost access to or at risk of losing access to gender-affirming care. Look, this is awful news. Let's be very clear about that. LGBTQI plus kids are resilient. They are fierce. They fight back.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And we have their back. This administration has their back. We are so proud of the kids across this country who have organized protests and school walkouts to tell the politicians in their states to stop this legislative bullying.
You know, Pat, like, can you guys explain to me, you know why they're upset? You know why they're upset? Because we're not letting them, these states, mess up their children's bodies and chop off their genitalia. What is the obsession with kids, Pat? Can you please explain, like, make me understand why that's what they're pushing for, the states that are banning that transition for kids that haven't even developed in their minds. And I've said it before on this podcast. What is the obsession with children? Is it because all that gender-affirming care that's big pharma? Because is it because it's money involved, Pat? Or is it because those people can't have kids and they want depopulation? Could somebody explain it to me? I don't get it. I don't understand. And now you're telling these people, hey, listen, get mad. Get pissed off. Be fierce. Stand up like, I don't get it.
Yeah. And
I'm confused. I'm very confused.
Yeah, you know. Again, for me, I'd like to believe common sense prevails. You know, I'd like to believe we come to our senses. I'd like to believe, that bad policies will eventually get exposed, right? But I also know in a situation like this, I can't show that meme enough. Can you go to the PBD podcast meme, that one meme about, the parents no to this, no to that, no to that, no to this. If you can pull that up, just go to Twitter to show that.
But
this meme, honestly, has to be shown so many times for people to keep repeating this statement to people, for others to realize, that this is common sense. Keep going down, keep right there. Can you drive a car? No. Can you pick your bedtime? No. Can you drink a beer? No. Can you vote? No. Can you cut off your sex organs and take hormones? Yes.
Oh my God. Dude.
This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And even, by the way, again, this whole concept of the West takes criticism and other people's criticism of the West. I had a guy yesterday came up to me who was at the podcast show, and we had a very good conversation together. He's a Muslim. And he said, Pat, can I talk to you? I love everything you're saying. He says, but man, you gotta have a Muslim on to kind of hear our perspective. I'm not an extremist. Trust me, there's extremism in Muslim. I understand what you're saying. But man, there's a lot of us that are good. I'm like, dude, in our company, the insurance company, our Muslim community in the insurance company is growing. And we have a couple people in the company, freaking amazing people. Like, truly, you love them. Haz, Naveen, there's amazing people, right? Where you can sit down and have a conversation. The fear becomes, well, Muslim is growing, Christianity is, not growing, and how are you competing? And then you listen to their argument. This is not about Prophet. Do you know Prophet Muhammad married this big girl? I'm not having that debate. That's not the conversation I'm having in this context. I will tell you, one is compromising their values, the other's not. Okay? One is saying, don't worry about it. Cut off your dangling. You're only 7 years old. The other one's saying, what the hell are you talking about? Get the hell back in your room. Say that one more time. Yeah. So you're like, oh my God, well, you're such an extreme parent. The other one's saying, let her do whatever she wants to do. Why are you being on top of her the way you are? Compromising. Sure. The other one is saying, I'm the freaking father. I'm the freaking mother. You know what is starting to happen? Here's what's starting to happen. I remember I'm leading my sales organization, and I'm working with folks, and my style was, hey, what else can I do to you? What else can I do to help you? Can I make some calls for you? Can I go run some appointments with you? Can I do this? I want to help. And I'm like, none of this shit is working. I'm 25 years old. I'll never forget this meeting I had. Mario tells the story better than I do. I'm 25 years old. I come in. I had a long weekend. Sunday, I'm at my office. I'm like, I'm busting my ass. I'm freaking doing my best. And nothing is happening. This is so annoying. And I sat there and I said, I got a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds who are hooking up every day. I walk into the office on Sundays, they're hooking up because they don't have a place to go hook up. They're literally in the parking lot. Yeah. I'm walking, I'm like, okay, that guy's hooked up with that person. I know everybody that would walk in. Yeah. Eventually, I'm like, no, here's what we're going to do. I come in Monday morning. I say, stand up if you're under 25 years old. They stood up. Stay standing if you're married. If you're single, standing. Stay standing if you have no kids. No kids. I said, get out. What do you mean? Get out. What do you mean get out? I'm not working with you guys anymore. Get out. Go to a different company or a different office. I'm not working with you. Mario's in the room. I said, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Get out. I'm not dealing with any of your bullshit anymore. Get out. One guy says, what happened to the Pat? I said, I'm telling you, I don't like that Pat. That Pat is pissing me off. There's a new Pat in town. Okay? Get out. One guy gets up. He gets out. The girl follows him. The girl's the girl that he was hooking up with. So follows. I know all the stuff that's going on. Yeah. Then the next guy gets up and gets on. Next guy, I said, get out. So I'm looking at Mario. Get out. I'm not getting out. George, get out. Not getting out. Get out. I'm not getting out. 20 people walk out. 5 people stick around. Mm-hmm. Mario's Mario. Of course. One guy, George. We paid George $1.5 million last year. He's now 35 years old. Married, just bought a $3 million house in freaking Austin. He's having a great time in his life. Okay, Cindy is a rock star, what she's doing. Her family, she makes $600,000 a year. She's 34, 35. She's from Palmdale. Both of these guys are from Palmdale. The people that stuck around became leaders. But I went from, hey, this, that. I'm like, no, get your ass up, run appointments, do this, do that, or else this is not the office for you. Now, was it a little extreme? Yes. Did I need to learn to bring it back down at 26, 27, 28? Did I learn? Yes, that came with maturity. You know what Muslims are doing that Christians are not? Muslims are saying, get your ass out of bed and go do this. No, we don't stand up for this. Let Americans do this stuff. This is not us. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the hell you're talking about being so, accommodating to everybody. Stop trying to please everybody, Christians. Some of your values are supposed to piss people off. Mm-hmm. It's not supposed to get everybody to say, this makes sense. There is a part of it that's a little bit extreme and high standards versus, no, it's okay. No, it's okay. To me, the no, it's okay is anybody can come to church. Listen, I went to church. I'm sitting there talking to a guy. I'm like, do you realize what I just did this weekend? You want me at the church this Sunday? Do you really want to know what I did? If I tell you the story, you're going to get uncomfortable. Yeah. Let me tell you what I did. No, you don't need to tell us. Because I'm telling you, you don't want me at the church. Yeah. I'm not. And then I went and sitting all the way in the back. I'm like, this guy's probably a this, that. And I start criticizing, saying all this stuff, right? I'm like, but I'm going to come back next Sunday because he's got good jokes. So I come back next Sunday. Do you realize I just came back every Sunday for a year and a half just because the guy was funny and I liked the way he told stories?
Really?
Then eventually I, do what I do. My life, things change. But you, Tom, myself, all of us in here, deep down inside, you know what we deep down inside love and we know we need, even though we fight it? Strong leadership.
100%.
We need it. You need it. America needs it. Kids need it. The West, if the criticism is a fair criticism to give the West, you're getting soft.
100%.
And you're compromising your values, and it's a pathetic, weak move that's going to hurt you long term. It ain't too late yet to go back to the same old standards and just say, what the hell are you talking about cutting these things off? Yeah. Well, what do you mean? No, this is not acceptable. You cannot do things like this. So my hopes is that we're going to eventually get our heads out of our asses and realize common sense prevails and bad policies get exposed. A lot of them are starting to get exposed, and we're going to get back to some normality. But it's only going to happen with a strong leader that's going to come and knock some senses into the West, because the West is a little bit drunk right now. They're high. They're taking one too many sleeping pills. They're a little bit too soft. They're compromising, and they need to realize we've led the world. We have set the tone to the world. U.S. has set the tone to everybody else. They follow U.S.'s lead, not the other way around. Now we're following other people's leads. Time out.
Yeah.
What the hell are we doing here?
Yeah.
So, and I don't know. I mean, I'm in America because I love what America stood for, not what America's standing for today. What America stood for is why I came to America, why I love this place. Some of the shit we're standing for today, I don't stand for that stuff.
Well, Pat, I think this comes down to the soft parents, number one, and number two, all this started happening, I think a generation or two, Pat, after mine, Adam, were disciplining your kids, like you were saying, not beating them. People always take that out of context. Disciplining your kids became taboo. It became, don't touch that. Hey, don't touch that. To now the kids are like, you're not gonna do anything? Jimmy, remember we told you. To now Jimmy's going, you know what? I'm gonna become a girl. And you can't do anything about it, Dad. There's no hope. And then what do you say to people that they're like, okay, now these parents are going to the schools, because the school has a big part of it, but then when you try to speak up in the school, they're labeling you domestic terrorists. Like there's no hope. Like I feel I love your optimism, Pat, but I don't think. And then when the White House is standing up there in front of you saying, "Hey, let the system take your hormone therapy for your kids," and dude, there's no winning for the parents. These kids have no hope.
I don't think the quality of being helpless or feeling like you've lost hope is a good strategy ever. Because, kind of like same thing I said to Rudy yesterday when Rudy and I had a big back and forth. I don't know how long, for like 20 minutes. I'm like, this whole thing about, well, they cheated, they did this. I'm like, honestly, I can't stand it when my kids, when they lose and Dylan or Tico, or they cheated. I'm like, listen, I don't care if they cheated. Be better. Because I can cheat all I want. If I play one-on-one against Kobe, he's still going to beat me. I can cheat all I want. If I play against Jordan, he's still going to beat me. It doesn't matter. The great ones you can cheat, and they're still going to whoop your ass, right? So for me, this concept of when you say they cheated, the other side doesn't want to show up, because in their mind they're thinking, oh, they're going to cheat anyway, so we're going to lose. Why should I even show up and vote? No, stop saying that. Just show up. Let's show up more. Get more people to rally. Have a party. Get thousands of people to go with you to vote. Be a better rallier at getting people to show up and vote. So for me, I think the moment hope is gone, people don't want to put the energy to fight because they're thinking they're hopeless. They're helpless. We're not. Historically, leaders have risen. Historically, they rise up. Till today, I saw something the other day. It was so freaking emotional. I'd love to play it because it plays a song I love a lot by Hillsong Oceans, and it's a clip of a guy. I want to give it to you, Rob, without you playing the music. The music makes the video so much more freaking emotional. But I'm going to give it to you anyways. And I want you, just Rob, do me a favor. Try to do without playing the music so this video stays on. It's so freaking heartbreaking when you watch this. But at the end, you have to respect mankind because we freaking care. Mankind cares. Mankind, I'm getting the chills just thinking about this right now.
Goosebumps.
Dude, we love people, man. We don't like bullies and scumbags. We're willing to stand up and give hope to other people. Here's a guy here in this video that's pouring benzene or gas on top of him to commit suicide, and watch what happens at the end. I just want you to see
And this is real? He's really doing this?
Watch this. Watch this. Right in the middle of it. Everybody's smelling it. They're stepping away. He's taking a lighter out. Everyone starts running. Look, these guys are the pansies. They're running. But watch what happens. Watch what she does. That's what I'm talking about. She takes the lighter away from him. Like, you can't kill yourself, bro. You can't give up. Life is worth it. You're going through a tough time. This message is America. This is us. We have to fight for each other. We have to tell each other, listen, bro, I don't know what the fuck are you thinking right now.
Wow.
You've lost your mind. You don't sound right. You don't sound reasonable. Think about your kids. Think about the future. Think about each other. What are you doing to yourself? America, if we come from that place and we look at each other and we say, dude, come on, snap out of it. Go take a damn cold shower. You're better than this. I had a guy that was working for me every day for a month. He knows who he is. Every day for a month. We would go to this lunch place. I won't even say the place because some people are going to try to calculate exactly who it was. Every day at lunch, he would talk to me about suicide. Every day. And I would sit there, I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, bro, just trust me. This shit's not going to last this long. It's going to suck for 2 years. But I'm telling you, good things are around the corner, bro. What are you talking? Says, Pat, what is life worth? I'm like, I'm telling you. And by the way, this is not the guy that wants attention. This is a guy that was a guy that doesn't want attention. He's not saying this to everybody. He's just telling me this, talking to me like a brother. Do you know how he's doing today? Freaking amazing life. So happy when I saw him. We saw each other. We gave each other a hug. And, you know, the conversation was like, you know, when you look at somebody in the eyes and you know that they know that you know that they know, and you cry without saying anything.
Yeah.
That's this. America changed my life. America's changed so many people's lives. We need to go back to selling how freaking amazing of a concept this was and can be. But we cannot just give up hope and be helpless thinking we can't do anything about it. Okay? Look, one thing I know about myself. I'm a sinner at the highest level. I ain't perfect. I've done some stupid shit in my life. I've said stuff. I've done this. I've done that. I've done this. I don't see myself as a guy that's perfect. We can't have a standard of perfection right now. Nobody's perfect. Nobody knows it all. None of us, no matter how much money you got, no matter how good you look, no matter how many followers you got, nobody cares. We all have flaws, all of us. We have to strive to get better. We have to strive to get our arguments to be better. We have to strive to become better fathers, better husbands, better wives, better brothers, better sisters, better contributors to society. Where you're sitting there debating the argument of 4 days a week and you actually saying that's a good argument. That's a selfish argument to me because you have talent to give to the rest of us. God gave you certain talent where if you do something with your talents, we're going to benefit from it. What a selfish position to only put 4 hours, 4 week into it. Why don't you contribute just like we're doing our best to contribute? Let's collectively work together. I think those are the arguments that need to be delivered in a better way for people to say, damn, that kind of does make sense. What am I doing? But that video I saw, man, I watched that video. I'm going to give it to you guys afterwards to watch because you're going to watch. We'll watch it afterwards with music on.
Okay.
Watch how you'll feel it.
Okay.
You'll see it in a very different way. Anyways, sorry about the rant. I just said, this really triggered me with a thought.
It's all good.
Number one, I love when Pat goes off on this
Hell
because
yeah.
this is coming. It's not no script.
Yeah.
You're not reading no speech. This is from the heart. And I'll just kind of maybe try to put a ribbon on this. You know, this conversation started with Vinny bringing up the transgender or speaking out against transgender. What's the swimmer's name? Riley Gaines.
Riley Gaines. She got attacked.
You know, she's famous because she was the one competing against this Leah Thomas person.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how she became to notoriety. And you know what I'm thinking about as you're saying this and you're saying this and you're saying this, and I'll keep revisiting this is the decline in American values that we just talked about the other day. Okay, in patriotism, in community involvement, in religion, in wanting kids. The only thing that did go up was wanting money. And I think what you're talking about is, can we just get back to normal? And that's why this girl, Riley Gaines, is saying, hey, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I lost the race to this dude over here.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I want to speak out and tell my story. And now I'm getting shamed because I'm a woman and I what happened to the feminism thing? Can I believe what happened with that? And I think what Pat's saying is that what he did in that office, what he does with these kids is, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I'm not going to lower my standards. And I think what we're seeing is that America is lowering our standards and accepting nonsensical things to be today's reality.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.